And we're
And we're live.
live. How's it going, guys? Happy Wednesday. We've made it halfway through.
It's Wednesday. And you know what else, Mark?
What's that?
We're 1 week, like literally this time next week,
I
we will
know.
be on flights to Vegas.
That's right. Not quite there
That's
yet,
right.
but we'll be on flights. Super excited. We've been counting down the
I'll be
days
on my
and
flight.
hours. We're always saying, "Hey, Dave, is it Wednesday yet?"
Yeah,
Just
was it?
counting down the time. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Hopefully, some of you guys will be out there. We're not really sure yet, but we're gonna be doing our usual thing, lots of filming, and we've got some secret stuff in the works too that we're really excited about
Super
while we're
secret.
there. So, and we're going to
Some
be
great
doing. You
meetings
want to
lined
talk a
up.
little bit about our little excitement we're going to do on Saturday? Let's tell everybody what we're going to be doing.
So on Saturday, we are getting out of the strip, which literally is difficult for Mark and I to do. We are stripping downtown. That's pretty much it. The number of times I have been off the strip or off downtown, I could probably count on both hands because it has not been very many. But
Right.
we are going to be renting a car, which I say never do. Don't rent a car in Vegas. But we're driving away from the strip, so it'll be okay. We're going to go to a bunch of the outlier casinos. I think we have 8 or 10 lined up, and that's going to be an all-day Saturday thing. And we are going to be delivering the best and worst of all these locals casinos to you.
I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think what I'm most excited about is I think we're going to do like a $50 or $100 challenge at each casino, probably 50, and see how long we can make that last. See if we can double it at every casino or something like that. But what I'm really
I think
looking forward to, go ahead.
like you said, like $50 per casino, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's it. And I think that's a great thing because these are all locals casinos. These are where the
right.
locals play
Yeah, I think
because they
fifty
have the
dollars is
best
pretty good.
returns to player, the best comps, everything.
And
But
I think what I'm most hopeful for is to find those hidden gems, like those really old games that we haven't seen in a long time. I'm convinced that some of these locals probably have them there. You know, we just got to find it. So I'm looking forward
I
to it.
think a couple of them will. Like I've been to a couple of these, and I think they'll have it.
We
Not
went to
not as
the
good as Four
Orleans.
Queens.
We went to the Orleans last time because Michael and I went to a movie over there. I guess they have a theater there, and I walked through it. And the last time I was there was probably, gosh, 10 years ago, maybe no, even longer than that. And they used to have a ton of old machines there, but now it's just this one little area that has the old machines. They got all the new crap, just like downtown does. So I hope we don't run into that. That would be my worst fear, is walking in and seeing nothing but all the new games. Like, I want to see some old classics, and
Right.
I think probably more likely to find that than we are the new stuff. So we'll see. It'll be a lot of fun.
Fingers crossed on that. But we do have some other news as well, like actual
Let's hear
news.
it.
Let me bring this up. So first
And
of
we are doing the
all,
member giveaway today, by the way.
yeah, member giveaway. First of all, Mohegan is out as the manager of Virgin Hotels.
Mm,
They've only been there for like 2 years since the remodel from Hard Rock. And I have to tell you, I visited the Virgin Casino twice in that time frame, and I can see why they're changing. They have, and this is completely different than our experience at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, but at the Virgin Hotel run by Mohegan, the staff is horrible. They are not friendly. They are not polite. They're not helpful. Machines are broken. I mean, there's nobody in there the few times I've been in there. Like it is
right.
blank. And we're talking on a Saturday, Saturday afternoon. So there should be people there. So there's no one lined up yet to take over this. Virgin Hotels, in the meantime, will be taking over that pending all their gaming approval. They do have to get licensed and all that stuff. So they're going to take it over themselves. They have not announced if they are going to farm it out to someone else. But knowing Richard Branson and how he does his properties, his airlines, everything, it's going to be awesome them doing it themselves. Um, I've got to say that I'm really hopeful for this property being one of those like great places to go after this gets redone because it was horrible Mohegan doing it. So I'm
Right.
happy to see that. And then okay,
Positive
so
changes in the works, hopefully.
um earnings continue for Vegas. So I'm going to sum it up for you pretty much quickly. Uh, MGM killed it. absolutely destroyed it. Like 15% growth from last year,
Oh
while
man,
Caesars fell 4.5%.
I heard that.
Wynn,
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, like crazy fell. Wynn killed it as well. Both MGM and Wynn are saying that it was Super Bowl was such a huge push for their first quarter that that's the main factor of these profits. Caesars
Interesting.
has no excuse; they're right there with them. Boyd Gaming also declined, had a decline in profits for Q1 over Q1 last year. So it's really just MGM and Wynn leading the pack. But that's pretty interesting to find out that MGM had such a high profits when you consider everything that else that occurred. And I would have
I
figured they'd be right
wonder
on track with Caesars.
I wonder if there's more to like the type of entertainment that is around all the MGM properties, like the T-Mobile Arena,
Yeah,
um,
it could very
all
well
the
be so much
Cirque du
draw.
Soleil shows, like all that stuff. I
Yep.
wonder if that draws more people in, and Caesars is just kind of there's nothing around it.
Caesars Entertainment, like I mean, it really doesn't have like wow factor. I mean, they have Celine Dion, they've had her forever. They have Elton John, they have Billy
Right.
Joel. It's like they have these same people over and over again, and there's nothing new.
Nothing
But
fresh. Yeah.
on that topic, flying through over there, Lady Gaga announced her residency at Park MGM.
Oh wow. Is it
This is a
permanent or
limited
just
engagement.
temporary?
This is for June and July. Not a whole lot of
Okay.
dates, but this is her jazz and piano concert. So it's not
Oh,
like Lady Gaga as you're used to seeing her. It's that more, you know, jazzy kind of stuff she did with who was the guy? Oh, why can't I remember him? The Italian singer that's awesome, and Tony Bennett. Um, she did a lot of stuff with Tony Bennett and started doing more jazz after the stuff she did with him. But these
interesting.
packages that they have are not that expensive. They're really good packages. And I
But
did
does
this
that
same
include does it
package.
include rooms?
It includes rooms.
Okay. 'Cause I was about to say
Two
that's
nights
pretty
stay.
pricey without the rooms.
Well, it's 2 nights stay per person, includes tickets. As you go up, it obviously includes more and more.
Gotcha.
I did the premiere package last year for Maroon 5,
Oh, okay.
and it was great. My wife loved it. Great package, included VIP tickets, included $250 credit for food, and included a Nomad suite. So it was pretty nice. And then finally on the news list, Durango Station is getting an expansion. This place
What?
opened up 5 months ago, and they're already announcing an expansion.
Where's this at?
Durango's, oh, we're gonna go there. Don't worry,
Oh, okay.
we're going. It's
It's a
in
local.
Vegas. It's an off-strip property. It's one of the station casinos, along the lines with Red Rock, and it's incredible that they're already getting a expansion as early as the end of this year. I mean, that's nuts.
Wow.
They just opened five
They
months
must be
ago.
doing well. That's all I can say.
They're
Maybe
doing
we'll be
very
surprised then.
well. They're doing very well indeed. So I'm excited to see this expansion. Kind of shocked at the same time that all of a sudden this property is brand new, has done so well they're expanding it. But
Yeah,
that's also great for Las Vegas. More bigger
absolutely.
properties.
And it's good to see. Like I said earlier, I'm really happy to get off of the strip for once. I mean, we've been going to the strip forever, and it's still nice. Don't get me wrong, but something new, something fresh, something different, and you just got to keep it keep it flowing like that every time you go out there. Like we've always said that if you're going to go to Vegas, especially for the first time, just stay at some centrally located property and walk around so that the next time you might
Right.
go to some other place because each casino there has a different experience. The problem is Dave and I have played and stayed at pretty much every one of those, on the strip. And so it's time to get out and experience like new environments, where you don't know what the machines are and you don't know what denominations they have. You don't know what the players club offers are. I'm just really looking forward to that. And I think you guys should consider doing something similar if you been going out to Vegas for a long time. Try to do something different. And of course, we're going to film the whole thing, kind of give you our opinions of each of the properties as we walk through it and play and all that stuff. So, do it sometime.
It's gonna be a blast.
Absolutely. All right, we will hold off on the member because I'm going to make you guys feel tortured through the whole thing before we do the member giveaway. Gotcha. But anyway, go ahead and start asking any general question you have. Let's get them filled up and start asking early because we usually don't get till the end of it by the end of the show. So any question you have, we've already started some. So let's hear it, guys.
Speaking of doing well,
27,000.
27,000 today.
Hit it today.
Thank you,
Thank
Pam
you
and
so much.
Austin.
Really appreciate it.
It's like every other day, it's a milestone.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course. It's just like when Apple says, we have made the best iPhone ever. It's like, well, I would hope so. I mean, why? Well, you're going to make one that's worse than one you've made previously.
You're going to make the worst one?
It's like, I
this
hope we're doing
iPhone is awful.
Yeah, this is the worst one.
You're
Don't
love
buy
the
it.
next
Buy
one.
last year's. And Adam G says, non-casino related, but very important question. I do agree. Best steakhouse in Las Vegas. I really like the Golden Steer. I've never even heard of that one. Do you know what that one is?
I've heard of it. I've never been there.
Okay. Is it inside of a casino hotel, Adam? Let us know. John George's for me. I got to say it. It's just my favorite place. I love it.
I got to say the Craft Steakhouse by Tom Colicchio in MGM Grand, or the steakhouse, and I can't remember the name of it, in Park MGM.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about Bavette's.
Bavette's, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, that one's real nice too. Yeah.
It is.
Jody and I went to that one in Chicago for the first time, and we actually thought the one in Chicago was better than the one in Vegas. But
it seems more inviting than John George to me. John George seems like I don't belong here, and it's very obvious as soon as I walk in I don't belong here.
I think that's true about anywhere you walk into, Dave.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
You always
sticks out like sore thumb.
Yeah. I think what's crazy about, if you guys have ever been to the Vets in Las Vegas, or if you ever want to just go in there and check it out, as soon as you walk in, you're going to feel like you're on a different planet because it's really dim. It's super quiet. And, there's nice jazz music playing. And then you open the door and it's Park MGM right there. And it's like, it's night and day difference as soon as you open the door. It's pretty wild.
Bam.
So it's a big difference. Your eyes got to adjust when you come out. You're like this. But good place. Yep.
But there's definitely no smoking, so that's nice.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Oh, did you pull one up?
I was about to.
Low roll in Detroit to Vegas says, make sure you take Mark to Slots of Fun. He will love it. Oh, we will definitely be there.
We're not going to Slots of Fun.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely. No, we're going to skip that. Yeah, I've already been. It was all right.
Well, then you stay at home. I will do it. No,
yeah, we're definitely hitting Slots of Fun.
Absolutely.
I still have my quarters.
Awesome.
I put in my backpack, but we're going to Slots of Fun because I'm using these damn quarters.
Can I use your quarters?
No, you get your own.
What? I gotta get my own
6 pounds of quarters.
You're supposed to be taking me around to these places. I should get entertainment
I will take
money.
you around, and you can watch me use my quarters.
Yeah. All right, put your funny question up, or whatever it was.
I mean, it's from SD Guy. So, what are the best hookers in Vegas? Asking for a friend. So prostitution is illegal in the county Las Vegas is in Clark County. You have to go to the one county over for it to be legal. So be very careful of that. It is not legal what most people believe. You need to go outside of the county. Very important. And I don't know which ones the best ones are.
How do you know about that?
Can't help you there. How do I know the which county is which?
Now, how do you know that you got to go outside of the county?
Oh, because that's common knowledge. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
everyone thinks
knowledge. Oh,
everyone thinks that you can get a hooker and it's legal. I'm like, no, it is legal in Nevada. It is not legal in the county. It's by county.
I have to say, you're very educated on this topic, and I'm very curious as to why.
Yeah, I know. I'm the knower of many things, and thank you, Kevin, for being a member for 3 months. And we had a couple other members as well, and I might have missed those.
Yeah, make sure you guys do. If you are a member, make sure you join our Discord. We have a lot of fun in there. It gets a little crazy, I gotta admit. Sometimes we got a rowdy bunch in there, but we're all a big family, and we have a lot of fun in there. We talk about gambling stuff, family stuff, life stuff. It's just a lot of fun to hang out. So if you're interested in that and you're a member, go check that out. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's get to some more questions. Serious questions. Just kidding, SD guy. I'm
Yeah,
just
serious questions.
Mel von Monker says, "Do you agree that because different states have different laws, smart gambling is harder in states like New Jersey?" Smart gambling is universal, no matter how
Yeah,
bad the
it's
odds are.
universal.
Like it doesn't matter if you're playing slot machines or you're betting on horse races
Table
or you're betting
games,
on,
yeah,
sports betting, whatever the case is. You can apply the stuff that we talk about to pretty much anything gambling related, especially the ones
or
that
you're
we
betting
talk
coin
about the
flips.
most. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people feel sometimes that certain states are worse off than others when it comes to returns and stuff like that. But the reality is that's really not the case. And the return to player data proves most of this. And there is a limit. Like there is a limit where they will not go below a certain percentage because people will just stop coming, right? They're not getting the experience. And so it's such a long-term play that most times when you go to the casino, you're not going to win. Like that's just the way it is. But every now and then, if you stick to your guns and you do what we try to teach you, eventually you will come out a winner and you will leave with the money that you won. That's the critical piece. And one of the things that we've talked about a lot on this channel, and I think it's true for most of us, is that we forget our wins because we are so focused on what happened at the end, which is having 0 credits left in the slot that you're playing. But you
Right.
forget all the wins that you've had along the way. But what did you do? You just kept playing it back. And
I
that's just
fed
how
it back to the
people are. That's
machine.
not a big enough win. I got to keep playing. You know, bank those wins. They will add up. It'll make you more aware of the wins. So anytime you get a winning spin, and that's why we came up with the method that we do. Anytime you get more than your bet back, you stop and cash out and start banking all those wins, and you will be surprised at how much it adds up over a night of playing. And you
Being a
just got to
disciplined
focus on that.
player, no matter what you play,
But there's
that's the
not
important thing.
the only exception to this, and I hope you guys understand this, is stay out of unlicensed casinos like the game rooms and all those places. Those are not places that any of the tips that we talk about will ever work for you because it is heavily stacked against you. Payback percentages are all over the charts, usually around 50%, which states don't even allow most to go under 75%. But yeah, stay out of those rooms. You'll be all right. So just stick to it. Eventually, you'll have your turn, and hopefully, you leave with your winnings. That's the important thing.
And from Andrea Settle, I am flying to Vegas next Wednesday as well. I hope to run into you there.
Awesome.
Keep an
We'll
eye
be
out
at New
for us.
York, New York most of the time. So look for us there for sure.
New York, and MGM
Somewhere around that
Grand.
area. Yeah.
Oh, and I had one about MGM Grand from low roll in Detroit to Vegas. Did they modify the reels on Cherry's Jubilee? Last time I played there, I noticed a couple of machines had reels with Scotch tape. Was this an overlaid change or real repair? I will look at that when we're there. I didn't really notice Scotch tape on there, but it could just be
It's just to
somebody had
keep
to
it
do a quick
together.
repair. Yeah, it's
It's
just
to
to keep it
keep it
together.
together. Yeah, it's those. They can't even get those reel strips anymore because those machines are so old. So anything they can do to keep them together is good. There is at the end of the reel strip, there is a seal where it overlaps basically when they come together, both pieces, and there is glue on that. But over time, as you know, with anything that is glued, heat, which you get in the slot machine, all that stuff will melt that glue, and that's likely what happens. So if it wasn't glued together, they would start flapping and like hitting the screen when they spin, and so that's why they'll put Scotch tape on to kind of keep it closed. So, and
It still
wanted
plays
to
the
do a
same.
shout out to Rosemary tonight. She said that her father-in-law Robert Teddy just passed away. So prayers for my hubby. He passed out in Arlington, Texas. I want to say Rosemary has been a big follower of ours. And she, in fact, we see her on a lot of channels in the community. So Rosemary, our hearts definitely go out to you. I've seen everybody in the comments saying the same. Stay strong. I know you are. We see in the comments every day. We really appreciate it. And we want to give our love back to you. So Thank you, Rosemary. Thanks for sharing it, and
Very
best of
sorry
luck
for
to
your
you.
loss, Rosemary.
Absolutely. All right. This is a good one for you, Dave.
What's this one? Captain Newport. Do the casinos clear your tier points every year? Most of them do. Pretty much all the major players will zero out your tier score on January 1 or at the latest February 1, depending on the property. That's pretty common if you're unfortunate enough to be around the Oklahoma area and they clear out every 6 months. Every year doesn't sound so bad. But yeah, that's fairly common. Tier points clear out. You do still keep all of your reward points as long as you're meeting the program's expected play. So if it says you need to play every 6 months or earn points every 6 months, in order to keep those, you have to keep playing. And a great way to do that is if you have a credit card with some of the properties that'll keep your points alive. But otherwise, find a adjoining property, drop $1 in, earn a point just to keep it alive. But yeah, tier points do expire. They do not roll. Oh, we had a super chat here. Hold on. Where'd it go? There it is. From Just Having Fun. My birthday's tomorrow. What's the return to player on that? That's 100%.
100%.
100% fun for you.
That's right.
Yep. Happy
Thank
birthday.
you so much.
And thank you for that super chat.
Yeah, you're always awesome. Thank you so much.
100%.
She is
return.
always in the Discord. All right, let's see.
Yeah, if you guys have not been in that Discord, we do have a lot of fun in there. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Last week I saw about 5 or 6 of them just in the voice chat. I was like, that's awesome.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's great to see people in there. I'm having a blast. Richard says, $9.99 super chat. Thank you, Richard. Mark, thanks for your advice on the barrel lock drill bit key. Yes, got it open, found a surprise inside. Money. Hope you don't mind the questions on Discord. I don't mind the questions. I just may not get back to you right away.
Nice.
We're all very busy, but I remember your question because you're like, hey, how would I go about finding a key for this barrel lock? And I said, it's called a drill bit.
Amazon.
Yeah, so good.
You go to Amazon, you get
Glad
the
you got
little
it open. And
barrel lock drill bit kit.
I've had probably 100 machines come through here that I've worked on, and not yet have I ever found cash. But I have found a ton of other stuff: players' cards, manuals, weird stuff. Like it's funny what ends up inside of a slot machine sometimes. I've got a stack of players' cards from all different locations and different people. It's
You
pretty
should try
crazy.
putting them in the machines.
I know.
Let's see if they still
See what
work.
happens.
And from Mel Von Monkers, $3 super sticker. Thank you, Mel. Appreciate that.
Definitely do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the super chats and watching. That's all we really want. We want you to watch. All right, let's see what we got.
Big thanks to Susan and Kevin being our moderators, and Jodes, of course.
Oh yeah,
but she works for Sparkly's.
She works for Sparkly's.
Yep.
That's the only reason she's here. She's hoping I'll swear, so I'll add money to the swear jar here. But I'm not going to.
That's why she's watching.
I know she's waiting.
How much is in that jar now, anyway?
About $10.
Not counting the
about
voucher
$10.
Not counting the cash vouchers.
Yeah, I took those out. About $10.
The $6 million in cash vouchers.
Oh man. Oh, I want you to take this one, Dave. This is right up your alley.
Okay, from Ubi Zumo. If you play $100 on red at the roulette wheel, your chance of doubling your money is about 47%. That's correct for the 00 wheel. What are your chances with the slots? $100, let's say doubling your money, probably much less. You would be better off on a roulette wheel, on blackjack, on baccarat, some game like that with very close to even odds than a slot machine. Slot machines are extremely fun. They're enjoyable. They are not a lucrative way to go. You will not find any professional slot machine players. You find professional blackjack players, professional baccarat players, even professional crap players. But you will not find any professional slot players. They are all broke. They probably tried it and ran out of money. So, but yeah, definitely go for the roulette wheel on that one. I would.
Yeah. I think that, I
Oh,
mean,
another
you're right. Like, if you're actually going in to try to convert your money to winnings the best possible way, I think games like roulette are good. They're just, they can be very boring. And I think that turns a lot of people off. And slot machines
it's
are
that
very
grind.
exciting. And you can hit gigantic wins on very little on slot machines where you can't do that on roulette unless you play the inside, you know. So it's all about risk reward. If you, that's why some people can sit at a blackjack table for hours and only end up a couple $100 up, because if you can do that, that's great and you're coming out a winner. But it takes a long time to plow through that because the odds are so close to that 100%, and you can't do big bets all the time. So it's all risk reward. You know, slot machines are fun. It's nice to bet $3 with a chance to win 100. Where if you bet $3 on red on roulette, you win $3. You
$3.
know,
Yeah.
so it's different. It's a different feeling. You know, but yeah, overall, if you're willing to plow through it and stay at a roulette table for 8 hours, you could probably do pretty good. You know.
Oh, I have done that before. I have
Oh, I
stayed
know
at a
you
roulette
have.
wheel for
I
eight
know you
hours.
have. That's why I put
And,
that up there.
really, the winning on roulette isn't as much as the comps you earn on roulette. Well, you used to earn until they
Right,
fixed the
right.
math. It's
It's
heavy
bad
towards
now.
slots. But we have
Yeah.
another super chat from Ruth, just a girl. Slots that have a speed to choose from. Does it matter which speed it's on? You want to always use top gear. No, it
No, you
doesn't.
don't.
It does not matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'd say go on the slowest possible. Enjoy it. Slow yourself
Yeah.
down. We talk about this a lot on this channel. Fast stopping, trying to get to the end result really fast. That's taking the excitement out of it, in my opinion. You need to enjoy it and slow down and keep focused on your bankroll and stuff like that. When you're just trying to hurry up and get to the end result, it's taking the entertainment value out of it, which I think is what you should focus on more than anything when playing slot machines. That's just my personal opinion. But I think if
And
you want
I
to really,
agree.
if you, yeah, exactly. Like if you want to make the most out of your visit to a casino, slow down. Play the games where
Go
the
play
reels
those
spin
coin
very
slots.
slow. Yeah.
The
Play the coin
coins
slots. Yeah, that's as
slowed it
slow as you can
down,
get.
and I made a
Yep.
comment about that multiple times, that it was so slow because I'm having to feed it in. It
Yep.
made me enjoy it more. It's like it prolonged the excitement and everything else.
Yep.
Yeah, slow as you
Absolutely.
can go.
Absolutely. We are in agreement on that one. All right. Let's see.
All right, it's time to go to the
Um,
question area.
yeah, I'm looking in here. Kevin Deal says, Mark, looking at an S3000, why so much more for pinball or top dollar? 3000 versus 6000. Game kit software, what goes on? Yeah, it's the game kit. Pinball is
Popularity.
one of the most sought after game kits on the S3000. And so you have to order the entire kit. The kit itself is $3,000. So I can get it a little bit cheaper, but hit me up, Kevin, if you're interested. But yeah, it's just, again, it's just like with any slot machine, it's all supply demand. People demand pinball for the S3000, so that drives the prices up. That's just the way it is. But if you're happy with another game like, Triple Diamond or Triple Double Diamond free games, then you can get an S3000 for around $3,000 all in with the game kit. But pinball, lots of people want that one, and nobody has those game kits on hand, so you have to order it. So that's the explanation on that, Kevin.
Pricey.
Let's see.
From Sharon Wolford. Are skill games really based on skill? Yes, they are. Skill games. Skill games. Think of it as games you might see in a bar. The coin pushers can be referred to as skill games. Anything you have to make an action to make something happen that you're doing would be a skill game. And there are several places in several states where skill games are the only thing that are allowed, because there's no against the player. You're against yourself. And so
Right.
most places kind of get into skill games because they're an easy non-gambling way to go, even though it's still
Yeah.
gambling.
But any class 3 or class 2 facility, those are not skill-based games. So don't be deceived. They may appear
Yeah.
that way. The ball grab is a good example of this. appears to be a skill-based game, but it's not. It's your fate's sealed the moment you press the button to get going. So any normal casino that you find, all the games in there are not skill-based. They would never be able to
Yeah.
introduce the element of skill into those games because then they couldn't commit to the return to player percentages. It would
Yep.
just be all over the place. So yeah,
And when
but
I'm
Dave's
talking
right.
coin pushers, I don't mean
Yeah, we're
coin pushers
talking
like in
about
a
different
casino.
things. Yeah.
I mean like the coin pushers at like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah,
Those are skill games.
exactly. Exactly right. All right.
Oh, there's a good one from Motivational Moxie. In order to gamble smart, gamble safe, who's the smarter gambler, Mark or Dave? That's me. That's totally me.
I agree with that. I actually do. No, I seriously do. I think Dave is the better gambler. I've got a lot to
See,
learn
the
from
thing
him.
is that I've done all my screw ups way before YouTube was even a thing. So
Yeah,
the
I
the
always learn from
screwing
this
up
guy.
part.
Seriously. He's watching out for me more than I have to watch out for him.
And
All right.
I'll keep poking you.
Oh, I know. I want you to. You need to. You need to. And Andrea says, I saw someone take out the rewards card when a bonus hit and stuck it into another slot. Then when the bonus was over, she put the card back in. Why? So people do this because they don't want the win record on their player's card, but it makes no difference. I mean, you still got to report the
Why?
win technically.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even if they got a hand pay, that's still going to be reported. So they're
And it
just
makes it
trying to
more
hide the
difficult.
win. Well, I mean, here's the thing too, is
This-
that a lot of people feel that the rewards that you get from your hosts or from the casino is based off of your losses. But that's not entirely true. If that were the case, then doing this would be probably a good idea, right? Get a big bonus round, take your card out so it doesn't add to your wins. It makes it look like you're always losing, right? You can see the connection there.
Goes on your record because you got to give your social security card number, all that stuff.
Well,
It still goes on your account.
I'm talking about for bonuses where you don't get a hand pay. Like, let's say it's a $900 bonus. If you try to hide that from your host or whatever, people might think, well, all they're going to see is losses with my card, so they're going to give me more comps. But that's why they don't base it off of that, because people would game that. I mean, it would be too easy to game
the system.
It's all about coin in and coin out. It's how much churn you put through the machine, how often do you play, and what, how long do you stay at a slot, and how long do you play that slot. Consistency. That's what all the comps are based off of. So that's why they're doing it, but it's not going to help them in any way. They're not going to be able to hide from it. So I see that a lot, though. I see a lot of people do that. They'll get into a top dollar bonus and they'll pull the card out. Doesn't help.
No.
Yep. Yep.
Pain in the ass. And from Leanne Wicks, she's talking about Lady Gaga. We saw her piano jazz show the last time she was there. It was really, really good. Thank you, Leanne. That's awesome. Now it kind of makes me want to go see it. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to take another one here from.
I'm just going to say this is a good follow-up to what we were just talking about. Marty B says, if you pull the player's card out of the machine when the bonus starts, won't the win be on your player's card if your card was in the machine when the bonus started? It depends. It depends on a lot of things. The type of bonus it is, whether it's already been factored in or not. And it depends on the player's card system. There are some exceptions to this where it does remember the state at when the bonus was hit. Meaning that it remembers, it's like a lock, basically. You place the wager, you receive the bonus round, the ultimate pay hasn't been figured out yet. And so even though you pulled your card out, it might still remain green because your state is still active. But that doesn't work for all players' card systems. They're not all that way. So that is true in some indications or some situations, Marty. So you're definitely right. All right, go ahead, Dave.
And from Janet, Dave, anything up on an upcoming Sloticon at Foxwoods? You know all the news. Unfortunately, I wish I knew more news on this. There is no news on this at all. I have reached out to Foxwoods a few times. I have not gotten anything back. The last thing we heard from the organizer there was it was going to be like in October, September. Haven't heard a thing. We're coming up on where planning would be starting to happen. And so the fact that we've heard nothing, I'm guessing that this year it's probably done. Maybe next year we'll have to see on that one. I really hope it happens again because it was really cool.
That was so much fun. That was great.
It was a blast. And I'll do another one real quick here from Guido Yankovic 01. Is G2E open to the public? Yes, it is. You can buy a Expo Pass ticket with anyone else. You do not have to be a casino employee, manufacturer. You don't have to be anything involved in the casino. You don't have to be an influencer, nothing. You can go to the website and buy a ticket like everybody else. I definitely think if you're going to be there during that time, the expo is worth it just to
It's
see
fun.
everything.
Yeah.
It is neat.
It's a little
And
pricey.
this year, Mark and I are totally nerding out at the expo.
Oh yeah. You
I want
better
to watch.
believe
I
it.
want to see that cash machine work over and over again.
That was cool.
Not
Yeah,
the
you keep
cash
talking about that
machine.
one. I
It's the
love that one.
cash counter, the bill
The
counter.
sorter. Yeah, the sorter. That was
Yes.
cool. Hopefully
I
that's
want to bring
there.
some of my own money in there and be like, sort it.
Yeah, let's see. This is an interesting question. Ubismo says, if you had to guess, what is the likelihood of making 25% profit on slots? Most people won't settle for that, but I have no idea how likely it actually is. So this is really like there's two aspects to figuring this out, in my opinion. And one of them is the weak point in this equation, which is you, the
The
person
player.
playing. It's always the player when it comes to slot machines, because as you've probably seen in our last couple of daily videos, the machines are just overpowering to us. Like they are consistently trying to get us to keep playing, and they're excellent at that. You know, slot machine manufacturers put in a tremendous amount of effort to keep the player engaged, to keep playing. And if you're not strong enough to counteract that, then you will never make 25% profit on slots. The ultimate thing that you have to do to come away a winner and make profit is knowing when to stop and banking those wins. And this is something that Dave and I have been doing with a lot of success at WinStar the last, I don't know, 10 trips or so.
Yeah.
We've been consistently either breaking even or coming back a little bit up because we are focusing very heavily on those wins and getting up and stopping and moving on to a different machine or taking a break and doing something else, doing some filming for the channel, whatever. And it's making a difference. Ultimately, it's making a difference. And so, you know, if you play slots long enough, it's a losing proposition because the longer you play, the more you're going to lose. But if you're strong enough to bank those wins and walk away, you can start to turn the table a little bit. You can. It's not guaranteed, but you can more often than you if you don't do anything. So, what are your thoughts, Dave?
And
Like that's kind of the way I
another
think
thing
about it.
is, I want to challenge everybody. We have 295 people in this live right now. I want to challenge everybody. The next time you play a slot machine and you win on the first spin, cash out. You have made profit. Cash out.
Yeah.
Okay? Every time you win on the first spin sitting down, cash out. You have done as best as you can at that moment. You've one spin, you made a profit, out. And then you really start to see how much you're actually taking away. It's like that challenge we made where you do your tens, but if you're just going to a slot machine, you win on the first win, leave. And you're really going to start seeing that you are taking away a lot of money. And then let's say you win $6. Your bet's $3, you win 6, you have $3 profit. Cash out $100, put your $100 back in, you have $3. Put that in your take home pocket. You do that enough times, there's your 25% and super easy.
Yeah. Just takes a lot of willpower, a lot of dedication, a lot of focus. It's still supposed to be fun, but don't be reckless. And certainly you're going to hear this from me a lot. And I never do, very rarely. Don't drink when you're gambling with a budget. If you're having a good night and you're doing well and you're playing off your winnings, okay. But if you're working on your budget, stay focused. Don't introduce alcohol into it. You'll start making reckless
Yep.
decisions.
That's
Only
why
do
it's
it if you're
free.
having a good night. It's good advice. So, great question, though. I love that.
Oh, here's one. Who you got one?
JM Hendricks says, on bingo games, I noticed I won something after I lost the spin, but after another number was called. Ah, this is the penny. Yes, this
Oh, the
is the
penny.
penny.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
penny could go
that
up
is
and
what
see.
happened. So this is really interesting, but in order for it to be called a bingo game, somebody has to win bingo before the game resets. And the way somebody wins bingo is by getting a full card. so they have to pay out something for that. But they can't pay out something that would alter their return to player. So it's a penny. It's the lowest possible thing they can give out. I think if you fill the
It's a
card, you should
big
get some
middle
kind of cool
finger.
prize, right? But
Yeah, you
no,
say you get a middle finger, you get a penny.
that's
You get a
right.
full card with no wins and no red screens, but
Hundred
here's a
bucks.
penny.
Yeah. So that's
It's like,
that's what happened
thanks.
there. That's why, especially if you play bingo games long enough, you go around to the different machines and they all have like 2 cents left in them and 3 cents and penny and all that. It's because nobody cashes out that in penny or whatever. So that's what's going on. It's pretty funny, but it's all to stay within the legality of being called a bingo game. So it's very interesting. All right, go ahead, Dave. You think you had one?
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here it is. It's from Sherman. I hit the thumbs up 3 times. That's good.
I don't think that
Because you
works,
turned it
Sherman.
on, turned it off, and turned it back on again.
Jeez. Now they've identified
Thank
you
you,
as a
Sherman.
scammer. Thanks,
Appreciate that.
Sherman. Oh, Sherman, you crack me up. All right. Andrea Settle says, "Are you going to play Cherry's Jubilee?" Of course we are. We'll do our $200 or $300. So that's it. You
And
know,
that's it. Yep.
don't chase it. Don't chase that
That
one.
was hard for me to do last time because
Oh, I know.
you know I had the whole thing. I felt it. Oh, I felt it.
You felt it. Yeah.
I didn't really feel it. I convinced myself I felt it.
Yep.
And bam, $300 gone. And I was thinking about it so hard, putting an extra 100 in. I was like, no,
Yeah.
I did 300. Step away from the machine.
I think that's smart.
But
Very smart.
also, no one was winning during that time. Now, I can say on Cherry's Jubilee during this 3-hour time frame that no one was winning because I was watching it the whole time. However, as soon as I walked away and came back, 3 people were getting hand pays. 3 people hit it.
Now, why are you telling people that? That's just
Because
coincidence,
when I
Dave.
was there watching the
Coincidence,
number of
Dave.
machines. I wasn't saying the whole casino. I was saying these
It doesn't
machines.
matter. What did you think they did? Change the
They
odds
didn't do
while you were
anything.
away? Okay,
No,
thank
they
you.
didn't do anything.
That's
It's
what I
just
wanted
they
to hear.
won. Yeah, they didn't do anything. They just won. But while I was there, so you have to be patient. Yes, they have great odds. They have great payback. But just because you're playing it doesn't mean you're going to win.
Right. Right.
If you play it long enough, you will win. But don't put $1,000 in to win $1,000. Or that one guy we
Yeah.
saw that one time put in $2,000 to win $1,000.
We saw that?
I saw that. It was Brantley's birthday party that first time we were there.
Oh, okay.
Guy
Yikes.
put in $2,000 and didn't hit it. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're
He's
putting in
chasing. Yeah.
you're putting in beyond $1,000, the expected win to win $1,000. And he just kept doing it.
Not good.
Not good at
Victim
all.
of the chase.
That's
Andrea
exactly
says,
true.
"What is the volatility of Kronos?" Now, the original one isn't that bad. If you can find the original Kronos. Um, I think there's others that have come up after that. Same with Zeus 3,
Yeah.
Zeus 4, all those newer ones. No, stay away from those. But if you can find the original Zeus or Zeus 2, those are good low volatility games.
Which
Kronos.
is usually in the slant cabinet, right?
Yeah.
The original Zeus
Yeah,
is
you can
usually in the
find
slant
those.
cabinet.
They're really old though. I mean, you'll
Yeah.
know it. It's an old version.
The
If
screen
you
will
can
be
even find
slightly
those.
faded blue.
Pretty much,
That's how
yeah.
you'll know it. Yeah.
You'll see burn in on the screen and everything. Yeah, those are the ones that are lower in volatility for those games. So
Hard to
I haven't
find.
really kept up to see if there's any newer Chronos out, but I know the original one's not that bad. Dale says, "Do you have a schedule of when you will be in Vegas?" So we will be arriving very late Wednesday night. Not very late, but late Wednesday night. We're going to try to do a very quick live. Dave promised
The
me
live will be
it will be a
later.
very
It'll be
quick
like a
live.
9 p.m. live. Yeah.
It's going to be very late. Yeah. Because I think our flights don't land until like 7:30 or 7:45 Vegas time.
Yeah, I'm at 7:45 landing.
We've got to get to the hotel and get checked in and all that stuff. So it's going to be a late stream, but we'll just do like an hour or something. And then we'll be there through, I think we leave later in the afternoon on Sunday.
On Sunday,
But of course, Saturday, we're going to be out and about. We're not going to be anywhere on the strip. So you might not run into us on that day, but look for us.
Thursday and Friday for sure.
Thursday and Friday.
Around the
We'll
area.
probably be around New
Yeah.
York at some point, that kind of thing.
And Mark thinks I'm going to try my $20 sandwich trick, and Mark thinks I'm not going to get an upgrade.
Well, no, we got to talk about this now, because you're putting in some very loose like restrictions here. So he's saying
am in the
he's
Soho
saying
King.
You are in a
So
king.
any upgrade is an upgrade.
That means a suite.
No, it does not mean a suite.
You are saying, listen, you're saying any upgrade, they could move you to a corner, and you would consider that an upgrade.
That's an
or
upgrade
a strip
from
view,
what I'm
or
in.
something like that.
If I'm in the Soho King, which is the base room,
yes,
and I get the Soho King strip view, that's an upgrade. You pay
no,
separate
it's not.
price for that.
I won't make that deal. That's a BS upgrade.
I want to hear your comments on this. If I'm in a
BS
base
upgrade.
room,
That is
facing
not
the
an
mountain,
upgrade.
facing the parking
$20 to
garage.
see the strip? Who cares? Go out the front door.
Well, it's more of the challenge than anything.
You're
It's
just throwing away $20. I mean, come on, man. They
if
ask
they
you
don't
that
give it
anyway.
to you, they give you the money back.
High or low floor? Is that an upgrade? If they say, well, we can put you on a higher floor.
I don't really care about floor. I don't really care which floor I'm on. But
I
no,
just think, when I hear room upgrade, I think like going from the king to like the junior suite or the spa suite.
Yeah, you would, because you've been in suites so much.
That's what
the
an
rest
upgrade
of us,
is. That's what
the
an
rest of us have
upgrade
been
is.
like in that, looking at the parking garage, or like looking at the AC equipment in the building next to us. And so if you go from that to strip view, or even better, the absolute best upgrade would be a jetted tub upgrade.
Now that I would take your bet.
I'm gonna try it.
But as for
I don't care what you
switching
get.
from a mountain view to the Las Vegas Strip view, I'm not going to take that bet, because they'll do that. They'll probably do that if you just
then it
ask
works.
them. Yeah, but then you should ask them before doing the $20 sandwich and see if they'll do it, and then give them the $20. We'll say,
But
will this
if
help?
I give them the $20, now they're incentivized to get me that suite.
Yeah, but what if they give it to you anyway?
The chances are pretty low on that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you come in and say, we're on an anniversary, or this is our honeymoon, or it's my birthday. Yeah, you get a chance, but just me going in there.
I think everybody's on your side, Dave. So I will.
That's right.
I will bow down to it. Oh man!
And this is the first time I'm staying at New York. I think.
Oh really?
Since it was, when did they go live? Was it 1993?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
1990. So I believe the first time I stayed there was in 1996, or maybe 1997, something like that. And that's the first time I ever stayed there. So yeah,
it'll be fun.
Interesting.
Well, they renovated. I think they're all done renovating, so all rooms are renovated at this point. So should be pretty nice.
It does seem like all.
I would have never recommended before the renovation, because it was just going downhill fast. Like, I mean, even the last couple times that I was there, the rooms were just disgusting. Like stains on the carpet. I wouldn't even sit on
that now.
Wouldn't even sit on the chair because it just didn't look right. Like, it's like they needed a renovation bad, and it looks good now. I mean, from the pictures and all that, it looks really good. And we're going to eat like kings there too, because all the good places are there.
Oh yeah.
So.
Capriati's.
All right. Yeah, all rooms were renovated, finished it over a year ago. Cool. Thank you.
Nice. I'm really interested. The rooms have been what's been keeping me away. Like, the offers I have are pretty good in New York.
It's a great place. I love the casino there. Real high ceilings. Just feels airy, It doesn't feel all congested. I like it. All right, let's get to some more questions after that.
There we go.
All right. I've got one here. So Brandon, found your channel after I won 1,200 and then proceeded to give it all back over the next 2 hours. Hope to never let that happen again. Listen, my friend, you are in excellent company here, because
you are.
Not only have Dave and I done this several times, but we talk to you guys because this is something that nobody wants to talk about. Everybody kind of just wants to focus on the wins all the time. It's just, I win. It's like, no, you lose too. Everybody loses. The important thing is you don't beat yourself up about it. It's going to happen.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad you found us, because now what I'm hoping is, by watching some of the stuff that we've talked about, especially on our daily tips, that you will start to put things in place the next time you go. You don't become overwhelmed where you're like, okay, I got to get a cash box and I've got to set my session limits and all. Don't take it all in at once. Just try one thing every single trip to make it better, whether it's getting a gambling box or managing your sessions a little better. Um, I think in your instance, if you won $1,200, get a gamble box, and that way you leave the keys at home and you stuff that money in there, and you can't open it until you get home. You leave the keys at home, and you don't have to put the whole thing in there. I mean, if you're down to
Right.
your last thing and you want to just put 700 in there, but you got to put something in there. Like you got to come home with victory, right? With a victory. And so I highly recommend just starting there. But listen, man, you're good company here. This is what we talk about a lot on this channel. Nobody wants to talk about it, but we put it front and center,
That's very
because that's
true.
the only way you're going to be able to become a better gambler, is if you face it head on and you put something in place to make it better the next time. You know, not your fault, believe me.
We all
All
do
right.
it. And
Yep.
from Nice, Minnesota Nice, I'm pretty sure it's what it is. $2 super chat. Team Dave for the upgrades. That's right. Hashtag Team Dave
Jeez,
upgrades.
man, what did I do? It's not an
People want
upgrade.
upgrades.
It's about.
It is an
I'm not going to
upgrade.
get into this again. Listen, it's
Okay.
it's all
Another one here
about what
from
you
Low Roll in
consider
Detroit to
an upgrade.
Vegas. Does a
Does a
room
room upgrade get?
upgrade get charged more against players' comps? It does not. That's the other great thing about the upgrades done at the desk. They do not change your comp profile at all. You don't get charged extra to your comps.
Can I get an upgrade? Oh, how about some fluffy pillows for your room? It's not an
Actually, I don't like the
upgrade.
fluffy pillows. I want the pillows that hold my head and not sink in to where you can't breathe.
Well, don't you just use towels as your pillows?
No, because towels are too hot. I've tried that before.
Oh gosh. Unbelievable. Room with a view, definitely an upgrade. All right, I digress. I'll keep my mouth shut about it. I just don't
He's
consider that
beaten.
an upgrade.
Move on.
Yep. It'll come back up, I'm sure. Let's see. And Lil Joe says unofficial meet at G2E. Oh, we were wanting to get everybody there as much as we can. We're going to try to
Yeah,
announce some plans as soon as we can. I mean, we were definitely going to be there. There's no doubt about it. But we
we are
want
for
to try to,
sure going to be there.
yeah, put some like actual dates together so that you guys that want to come out, you don't have to go to G2E. We'll do something outside of it. Like you don't have to get a ticket to that or anything like that. We're talking about doing a big Gamble Smart meet and greet. And if it's big enough, we might have to rent a room or something, which we're totally fine with. But we're going to put something on the website, get a sign up form and all that, so we can kind of gauge interest of how many people are coming. And it could turn out to be a pretty awesome event. Maybe we can,
Yeah.
like I said, get some kind of room and get some, a buffet or something together for everybody. Just have a good time. So we'll see.
If you're
But
wanting
stay
to
tuned. We'll
plan
definitely let you know.
ahead, the dates are October 7th through the 11th. I
There
believe
you go.
I think it's actually the 10th is the actual dates. 7th through the 10th. It ends on Thursday. If you are there, definitely think about going to G2E. It's an experience for sure.
Yeah.
So, but we'll do something absolutely. We love going there because everyone's together, and we might get
Yeah.
a whole bunch of other slot channels there as well.
Yeah.
I know
They'll all
John
be
will
there.
join us.
So,
I
yeah.
know Stefan will join us.
Yep.
Well,
All
we just
right.
volunteered him, so they'll have to join us now.
They have no choice now.
Oh,
Uh,
this is sad news. Awesome top dollar. Mark just returned from Las Vegas. I could not find any low denom 5-line top dollar. The ones at Cosmos seem to be gone. They are gone. Last time I was there, I looked the whole floor for them. The ones near the high limit room are gone. My 5 reels are gone. Top dollar 5-line's gone, and the top dollar deluxe is gone.
killing me.
So those are
Killing me.
the top dollar deluxe. I was told was going to be moved to the high limit room, but I have not confirmed that, and it was not there last time I was there.
Okay.
So it is sad. It's more of them gone.
Hopefully, while we're out and about on that Saturday, we'll find. That's what I'm hoping to find. somebody's got to have one of those out there because they're still
Someone
out
somewhere.
there.
And also,
So we'll
Mark
find
is
out.
going to be working Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
So while he's working, I'm going to scout out a lot of these places and I'm going to scour some of these places for where all these machines have gone.
There you go. Nobody's a better scout than Dave, that's for sure.
It's because I got nothing else to do except lose more money. So might as well walk around.
There you go. There you go.
It's my walking around as Mark going to his room. You know, it's the break thing.
Let's see. Robert says, "Love you guys, but why all the videos and playing at casinos in East Coast and Midwest? Well, we haven't played on. Well, I guess we were at Foxwoods, not on the West Coast. There's no reason why. It's just we're centrally located, so we play at WinStar a lot because it's our closest, just like our local, basically. And then Vegas, of course, we go there because our comps are there and it's cheap flying out there. But we're trying to get out everywhere. I mean, it's just a matter of time. We both have full-time jobs, so it's not easy for us just to get on the road and start traveling as much as we'd love to do that. But we'll get out there. I'm sure. I think Yamava will probably be where we will end up because I've always wanted to check that place out. So,
and Washington State, we talked about going there.
Yes. So many questions about Washington State. We got to get up there. So just give us some time, Robert. We'll be out there. Let's see. Oh, this is a very interesting question. Logan says, what is a good amount to bring to casino on volatile slots? 2 times your bet. I can't say there's a bet. Yeah, I mean,
a good amount to bring up. If all you're going to do is play volatile slots, I'd have to say at least
you got to bring a
500 a day
bankroll. Huge
yeah.
bankroll. I mean, the problem with high volatility slots is the swings, right? You have to be able to deal with the swings. The payback percentage is right here. On high volatility, the swings are huge. Where on low volatility, they're just on either side of that payback percentage. And so you got to be able to withstand the big losses, just hoping for that big win, that big bonus round or a progressive to pop or something like that. And so I don't know what the magic number is, but you have to bring a significantly larger bankroll if you're only going to play high volatility games than if you were just playing low volatility. So I still don't do that. I will never recommend it. I play high volatility games, but I usually play those after I've done well in the low volatility ones because that's the time to push your risk, right? And I still limit my spins on those, quick hits or huff and puff or whatever. If I want to throw $100 in there, I'll do it. But then I'm happy with just walking away because it could drain you. It can drain you real fast. So just be careful. There's really no set number, but you do have to bring a larger bankroll if that's all you want to play. And it's very risky. That's what that means. High volatility means it's a riskier bet. So,
and all right. Gambling Granny, we will be at G2E. We'll be there for G2E. Awesome. Also, check out an event at a very small event, but a very big following for this small event is Granny Fest that follows G2E. It's the weekend after it. Apparently, it is a wild, crazy time. I am hoping to be there this year for it because I have kept hearing about it and I'm never there. I always fly it on Thursday, but I'm going to try to keep it there this time. We'll see how that goes.
Awesome. Let's see. So Josh, says, do you guys have content on online gambling slots? I live in Michigan. Casinos are at least 45 minutes away. It's something we're working on. I'm gathering a lot of information on it because it's a big category, right? And we've gotten so many comments about online casinos. Like, what about online casinos? That's nice. You just told us about how land-based casinos work, but how about online casinos? And there's the good, the bad, and the very ugly. And the good is that if you live in a state like Michigan that has licensed online casinos run by licensed properties like Caesars or BetMGM or FanDuel or any of those places, then good news. You can play safely. Now you have to adjust yourself a little bit, and this is what we'll talk about in the video, because it's a lot more convenient to play at home. And if you don't put measures in place, you can get out of control very quickly. Because at least with a casino, you can walk out of there. But online gambling you can do from your phone while you're waiting in line at the pharmacy. and that could be dangerous, right? You don't want to be gambling that often. So if you are going to do that, you need to put like strict rules in place. Saying I'll only play 1 hour once a week at this time, and that's it, no matter what happens. Um, the bad and the ugly is that you have this large surge of social casinos or sweepstakes based casinos, which I just cannot get behind because they operate quite differently from what licensed casinos do. They're usually located, in fact, they're always located overseas, even though it's technically legal because you're winning sweepstakes. You're not winning money. You can convert that into money, but you're winning sweepstakes. Um, it just feels very awful to me, and I don't like if I can't visibly see the regulations that are put in place to protect the player, I can't get behind it. I just can't.
Right.
And I can visibly see the regulations in all the class 2 and class 3 facilities because I've seen the entire process from start to finish, from game design to compliance to audits to being on the casino floor and all the regulation and security and audits and all that stuff that take place. I've seen that. So I feel very comfortable recommending class 2 and class 3 casinos because I know the protections in place for the player. But if I can't see that, I can't get behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if one of these does come out one of these days, it puts everything transparent and say, this is how we're audited. Here's the name of the company that audits us. Here's how our RNGs are audited. Here's how we deal out the prizes and the sweepstakes. If somebody wants to be transparent, then I will get behind them 100%. But they don't do that. And so my recommendation will always be to stay away from that until it does. You just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
The last
Or where
thing
they're
I'll say on
based.
this, yeah, the last thing I'll say, sorry, I'm rambling on this topic, but I think it's important. Um, the thing to kind of keep in mind is that if you don't have regulations in place, then there could be things happening that are unexplainable to the player. And what I mean by that is that it is in theory, there's no proof of this, but in theory, a sweepstakes casino could allow you to win for your first couple of payouts and then start to turn it down for you so that you start to lose over time. I'm not saying that they can do this, but the question is that what regulations are in place to prevent that? And that I cannot see. And that should be a red flag for most people. You should know what is going on before you put money on the line. And I feel very strongly about that. It sucks, but I mean, that's just the way it is. And any of those that take credit cards, I mean, listen, you sign up for any of those, you can just put your credit card on there and fund it with your credit card.
Yep.
It's not even a
Until
cash
you run
advance.
out of money.
It's like you're going to Best Buy and buying something. I mean,
It's like you're on the Apple Store and you're buying a song or buying
yeah,
coins to a legit game.
exactly right.
It's the same
Dave,
thing.
you're right. And it's just be careful. That's just be careful with those. If you want to do it, that's your own prerogative. But if you want my recommendation, stay away from the sweepstakes casinos. Until we get more clarity and more transparency, I just don't think it's a good idea. All right, I've rambled enough on that. Let's move on. Sorry.
And 199 super chat from Lucky Ginger Slots. Y'all need to come to Louisiana Gulf Coast.
We're planning on
I
it.
really want to go to Beau Rivage. I've never taken the flight that I keep getting offers on, and I want to go. Eventually, we will go.
Yeah.
I don't know how close we'll get to Louisiana. That might be the closest we'll get. But we did talk about heading up to Marksville, actually hitting Livingston and then going to Marksville. We'll see if that plays out or not. But Lucky Ginger Slots mentions us a lot on TikTok,
Yeah.
which we are on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. Come see us over there. All the same name. But yeah, she mentions us all the time on TikTok. Thank you, Lucky Ginger.
All right. Let's see.
On the TikToks. Or is that? There was another question here.
All right.
I can't take Brown Monkey anywhere.
Logan Ducks. It's because I blocked him. What are some of the? I'm just
Good.
kidding. What are some of the best games for comps? Well, slot machines
That's
will always
hard
be
to answer.
It is hard to answer. Slot machines will always give you the most comps out of all the games that you play in the casino. That's just the way it is, right?
The way it is now. It used to
That's
not
the way
always
it
be
is
this way.
now. Yeah,
That's the
probably will
current
be
way
for a
things
while because
are.
they're the biggest house edge, so they
Yeah.
give more away on that.
Now that's
Low
not saying
vol
all
any
properties, but all the major properties.
right, right, right. The games that give you the most ability to cycle your bankroll are the ones to pick, in my opinion,
Yep.
and
Cherries
that
Jubilee, Double
tends to be the
Diamond.
lower volatility ones. Yeah, the ones
Yep.
that you can churn through more coin in will generate more comps. Um, that's why the high volatility games can be risky because they're the only way that you're going to have to spend longer on a high volatility game and more bankroll on a high volatility game to get the same level of comps that you would on a low volatility at a lower, payout rate. And so, look for those if you're really wanting to, but don't focus on comps 100%. Like that's
Exactly.
Dave. Why don't you talk a
Comps
little
are
bit
what you
about
get.
that?
Comps are what you get as well from your play. Comps are the
Right.
bonus, the cherry on top. Your play is your entertainment, everything else, and you get comps. Don't try to chase comps. It is a losing proposition. Um, you're gonna get in the chase for comps. Now, I used to comp grind all the time on roulette until they changed the math, and now it's not worth it. I would use
Mm.
$150 a spin, and I'd sit there for like 6 hours. That's tons of money. I nearly went platinum at MGM. I went from like low gold to platinum in a day. This was before the accelerator and everything else because I was grinding on a roulette. That was a couple of years ago before the math changed. That was pre-COVID. Once COVID hit, math changed. You can't do it anymore. Table games are still done differently. They're done at the discretion of the host, the pit boss, all these things. They're handled differently for high players. Your standard players are just not getting the same return because there's not as much profit in those games as there are slots. And so that's why. Don't chase the slot, don't chase the comps. They're just what happen after you play. But playing the low volatility games, Cherries Jubilee, Double Diamond, 7 stars, they're going to make your money last the longest, resulting in more coin in, more play time, more average bets per hour. And that's what's going to get you comps.
Well said. And Marvin just met Mark Sunday morning. Hey, I remember the horse racing guy. Sorry,
The horse racing guy.
I'm terrible with names, my friend. But yeah, I remember meeting you. So Strip View is an upgrade, but not worth $20.
I didn't say it was
Yeah.
worth it. I just said it's an upgrade.
Oh my goodness. Uh,
Oh,
uh,
I
Ellen
swear
S.
we can't.
Oh, we do this same time. I know. LNS says, "Are brand new slots really ready to pay out easier?" No, no. They
No.
they set them once when they hit the casino floor, and that's it.
Yeah.
A lot of
It's
people
set
we
it and
hear it
forget
on.
it.
The funny thing is, we hear both sides, which is just proof that it's random. We hear people
The
saying
new games never pay out.
the new
The new
games never
games
pay out,
always
but
pay
after a
me out.
while they start paying, and then we hear the reverse of that. That's
Yep.
randomness, right? That's how it works. It's the same thing between the Choctaw and the WinStar debate. We've heard it right down the middle. I win more at WinStar. No, I win more at Choctaw. It's right down the middle, which just proves that it's just random, right? So no, they don't do that. So, and let's see.
I lost some of these. I went over the other one from Adam Exploits. Gamble Smart, don't forget to see Beatles Love if you are interested before it goes away in July. Best show I've seen in Vegas. It is a great show. I've seen it twice, and I really do enjoy what Cirque du Soleil did with that show. On the opposite end of the spectrum with the Michael Jackson 1 show, that is the worst Cirque du Soleil slow, in my opinion. The music is the only reason you'd go see it. The rest of it is just nothing. Except the one-legged dancer and the 7-foot tall blonde playing the guitar. That's the only thing Michael Jackson 1 has going for it. And I'm really sad to see it go, and I really do hope that they find a home somewhere else for Beatles Love. I really do.
You never know.
Never know.
$1.99 super chat from Lucky Ginger Slots. You will love Paragon. They have Class 2 slots.
Oh,
Well,
okay
we will
then.
see.
We'll
We
have
like
to check
Class
it
2.
out.
As long as they're VGTs, though.
Yes.
Those are our favorite. All right, guys, it is time to do our member giveaway. We've
Use my
made you wait long enough. There's your button blocker.
button blocker.
Um,
Where's that thing at?
so we're going to do the member giveaway. So once a month for all members, we do a drawing and you get to win something. We're giving away the vacuum, the floor vacuum there. Plus, we are also going to give you a one-time use 50% off coupon for our store for one item. So that'd be a good chance for you to get something if you're looking for it. That's below cost for us, so it's something, believe me. But anyway, let me put it up here.
More than the vacuum.
It probably is, right? All right, so I put all of your names in here, all the members, and we are going to have it pick who it's going to be, all the names. And Brian, unfortunately, you won last time, so you're not going to be eligible this time. Pick a random
Brian.
item. Who's it going to be? Johnny.
Johnny.
All right. Johnny, we will try to contact you.
I'm going to find a box for this. Oh. Did I lose your audio? Can't hear you, Mark. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Oh, there. Now I can hear you.
No, I think the mic died.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Let me see.
Way to go, Johnny. Yeah, we'll definitely contact you or contact us. Members, make sure you...
Battery's dead.
Oh.
Talking too long.
That does happen.
So congratulations, Johnny. Really do appreciate you being a member. And we'll wait for you for a couple days. We'll try to find you. And if not, we'll do another drawing next week. Just make sure we give something away. All right, guys, let's do a couple more questions, and then we'll wrap it up for tonight.
Yep, wrap it up here. Let's see what else we got here. From Great to Be Back, is 20 times to hit bonus enough play for each machine? I mean, you can't really put like it's going to be 20 spins to get a bonus or anything like that. I don't know a single game where you would just do 20 spins and not get the bonus, or expect to get the bonus. So don't really put a limit on it. If that's your thing of 20 spins and you're out, then that's fine. But there's not really a set number of spins to get a bonus. I mean, you can kind of predict it within like some of the games, like Top Dollar Pinball. We know that that's a 1 in 63, 1 in 44, but that's just the average. It can go much longer than that. So always keep that in mind.
Very good. Adam, I saw your question a couple times. I'll put it up. Could you possibly do a short video on games that have random in-play bonuses? Does the RNG work the same as with normal bonuses? Because some random in-play seems... You're going to have to give me an example of a game. I'm not really sure what that is. So, Adam, I'll watch for you to give me an example of a game, and I'll do some research for you and find out.
Yeah. And from Andrea Maringer, anyone recommend a casino in San Diego or near San Diego? Harrah's Resort, Southern California is right there. And it used to be like Harrah's Rincon or something like that. But it is a nice property. I have never been there personally, but I've seen some other channels go there, and they really like it a lot. A couple of them, that's their local casino. So give that a check out.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, I'm going to grab one more here from Leanne.
Go for it.
Hubby and I linked our MGM cards, and now he gets the offers instead of me. Can that be switched? He doesn't book as many as I'd like. Yes, Leanne, that can be switched. What you want to do is go to the rewards desk. You might be able to call up as well. You can call your rewards desk. They'll answer the phone and say, hey, can I be the primary? And they'll switch that up. Now, if you get somebody who's not very, I want to say nice, you may have to go there in person. So your husband can say, make her the primary so she gets the offers. Because that is a common thing. Because when you link cards, one person is getting the offers, and that one person has to do the booking. So if that's something you're thinking, switch it. You can switch it.
Okay, let's see. see one that just came in here. Jason says, "Hey Mark, hope you're doing well. I have a question for Mark. Do you have any experience working on blueberry machines? I have a bank of 4 coming in. I've never touched those. I would not be a good resource for you, unfortunately. I'm mostly an
I
IGT,
typically on them.
WMS, SG. Yeah, I do not mess with blueberry games. Let's see,
This
but
is a
make
good
sure you
one
check
from
out
Minnie.
New Life Games, though. That's a good resource for you.
A good one from Min K. Will a casino refuse to pay out a jackpot if you're using someone else's player card? Can they track if 2 same players are being used simultaneously and deny earned points? So, yes, if you're using someone else's player's card, they can refuse. Very rare. It is extremely rare, but it can happen that they refuse to pay out your jackpot because you're playing on someone else's player's card. Can they track if 2 people are using the cards? Yes, that is absolutely something they can do. Check your players, the whole little details, all the fine print about what's allowed and not allowed. Most places do not mind if you share a card, but that's all in the details, all in that little fine print that you need a magnifying glass to see. Read that to make sure you're operating within the rules. If you can't find that information somewhere, ask. Make sure you're clear on that before you do it, because this is not a ask for forgiveness thing. It's a you're denied kind of thing.
And Mark B, $100 challenge like you did in Vegas would be fun to watch on how you would do that at a place that doesn't have all the cheap and free distractions. Let's say standalone casino. That's what we're planning to do on that Saturday. Like we're gonna.
Yep.
I mean, not only are we there to check out all of these properties that we've never been to or haven't been to in a while to see what's there, but we're gonna do a challenge on each property of $50 and see if we can double it to 100 and then or more and then leave. And we're going to try it every single property, and we're going to film the whole thing. So it may be one big video, but I think we're going to do a big series for each property and really just take you along
And do
with
a
the
running
ride.
total, maybe.
So, yeah, a running total. Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. But thank you so much for coming. I know we didn't get to everybody's question as always, but we really do appreciate you guys, and congratulations, Johnny, on that win. Let us know in the comments below.
Congratulations, Johnny.
And we will get that out to you as soon as we can. And for all members, we want to say thank you very much as always. And for everybody that's not a member, we love you anyway. Thank you for watching. That's what makes this keep going, is that we're trying to help you become better gamblers. And a lot of you guys are doing well. So we really do appreciate it. Dave, any final thoughts?
Love hearing those stories. I love hearing the stories of success and that people are like, listen to you guys. I'm watching my budget. I'm not losing as much. I'm taking home more money and I'm enjoying it better. That's the whole point. Enjoying it, not making it stressful. If you're playing within your budget and you lose your budget, that was money you were going to burn anyway. So you're better off.
That's right. Very true. And next week we are going to be live in Vegas for our next live stream.
Live in Vegas.
We're
going to be tired as well.
Yeah, we're going to be tired. That's why it's going to be
It'll
like
be
an
a short
hour.
live.
Yeah, it's going to be short.
Hour max.
Hour max. Dave's like 3 hours.
Max.
I'm like, I don't know about that, man.
No,
I got to get up at 6:30 for work, so that's not going to work.
Hour max.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night, and as always, gamble smart,
gamble safe.
All right, take care, guys. Have a good night.
We'll be back soon.
Absolutely.